Greetings and welcome to Iwa Kitchen. My name is Chantella Raynor, and I am here to bring you another healthful and delicious recipe that you can incorporate into your life so that you can reap the benefits of plants and herbs and all the wonderful things that nature has to offer. So today I wanted to share with you a recipe that's really near and dear to my heart. It's actually one of the first recipes that I learned or really that I came up with myself to sustain me at the beginning of my health journey slash vegetarian journey today. So this smoothie is my green Vibrance smoothie, and I call it green Vibrance because our star ingredient is, of course, a green. It's kale, and kale is my favorite green ever. It is packed full of just powerhouse constituents. Let's go ahead and put 2 cups of purified water, whether it's spring water or, if you have some alkaline water, reverse osmosis water, that will work. But just make sure it's a filtered drinking water that you enjoy. Then, need this to measure out my plant-based milk. So you can use whatever kind of plant-based milk that you want. I'm using soy milk today, but you can use almond milk. You could use cashew milk, oat milk. I know oat milk is getting really popular nowadays. So it really doesn't matter. I suggest using a milder tasting milk just because, for example, if you use like a coconut milk, it's really going to overpower the flavors we're creating today. And what we want today is it to be kind of like a vanilla, kind of more like you want the vanilla and the pineapple to come out in this recipe. But I'm going with soy milk today. I know some people have their thoughts on soy milk. I don't find soy to be problematic when it's organic and non-GMO. That's another talk for another day. Maybe I'll talk about soy in another video, but we're going in with 1 cup of plant-based milk. Okay, so now going in with our star ingredient. This is about, give or take, 2 packed cups of kale. And I say packed because greens, if you guys know about greens. Greens are they're light, they're fluffy, So if you just lightly put in 2 cups of kale, you're not going to have any kale. You're not going to have any leafy green if you do it that way. You could really pack in. I want to pack in as much nutrition as possible. So I literally like scrunched this up in my hands and packed it into some cups. And so for this recipe, I use anywhere from 2 to 3 packed cups of greens. And I have about that amount in here. And I go ahead and I put that down into our liquid. And you see how much greens I'm getting with 2 to 3 cups? It's crazy. And that's going to blend right down. The blender's going to pulverize that down. And you can use the stems. You can use as well as the leaves. I know we're going to use a 1/2 cup of frozen pineapple. Go ahead and add that in. Pineapple is fantastic. Again, another superfood that's kind of slept on sometimes. I think it's enzymatically active. It has so many beautiful enzymes in it, especially the bromelain that helps with supporting our digestion, especially of things like, heavier proteins, whether it's meat or beans and nuts, seeds, things that are high in protein. It helps us digest those things. So if you're somebody that's maybe struggling with digestion issues, adding pineapple to your smoothies is an excellent way to do that. Now, let's move on to our dry ingredients, some more of our dry ingredients. And this is flaxseed. I love adding flaxseed to my smoothies. Grab a tablespoon. Okay. Flaxseed is another powerhouse ingredient that really supports our health. So adding flax seeds to your smoothies can up your fiber, up your protein a little bit, as well as upping those antioxidant and hormone balancing uh, ingredients in your smoothie. Let's go with cinnamon. We got to have a dash of cinnamon. Why? Because maybe 2 or 3 or 4 dashes. I love cinnamon. And cinnamon, because we're going to be adding sweetener to our smoothie. We're going to be adding sweetener in the form of some yummy dates, as well as an optional maple syrup or a liquid sweetener of your choice. So anytime you're adding sweeteners to things, um, anytime I add sweeteners to things, I like to add in some cinnamon because cinnamon helps with regulating your blood sugar, so that it doesn't get crazy, because you add a little bit of sweetness to your life, right? We want it to be supported. Uh, so we're going to go ahead and add in our dates. So I have 1, 2, 3 dates, and these are medjool dates. You can use whatever is your favorite date. These were not uh, pitted when I bought them, so you have to make sure if you're buying um, dates that are whole, you have to cut it open, look in it, and take out the pit because that pit will destroy your blender. You don't you, Ask me how I know, but it will tear up your blender if you get those pits in there, and just make sure to take it out. And also, I am absolutely going to add sweetener. So my sweetener of choice today is maple syrup. This is actually some American uh, maple syrup. Did you guys know you can get maple syrup made in America? I knew, but there are a lot of people that don't know. It doesn't just come from Canada, guys. It doesn't just come from Canada. You can get it from some states where maple trees actually do grow, and we can tap our own maple syrup. It's awesome. Let's see, what else am I doing? And of course, the coup de la gras. We're going to make this a protein-packed smoothie. We do have some protein from our soy milk for sure. We have some protein from our flax seeds. There's even protein in greens, believe it or not. To add more protein to my smoothie and deliciousness, I'm going to use a plant-based protein powder. You can use whatever plant-based protein powder that you desire. I like to use vanilla one for this specifically because I want the vanilla pineapple flavor in my smoothie powder. And the protein powder I'm using today, actually, I'm excited about because it's something that I have been using, for several months now, and it's really been wonderful. And it's the Complete Powder by Juice Plus. And the reason I love it is because not only does it give me 14 grams of protein, of vegetarian protein, from things uh, like soy protein and chickpea powder and rice protein, but it also gives me sprouted grains like sprouted alfalfa and sprouted rice and millet and quinoa, and it also has some digestive enzymes in there, so it's really supportive to your digestion. It's just a really wonderful, like it says, complete powder, and so this has been my favorite vegetarian protein powder. And if you want to learn more about the Juice Plus complete protein powder, then I will put the link below uh, with my link below, and you can check out more information about it. But it's really great because a lot of vegan protein powders do not also have fiber in them, and so you're getting, I believe it's 7, is it 7? Yes, 7 grams of fiber, along with your 14 grams of protein, which I think is absolutely fantastic. What? So if you drink this smoothie every day, you will absolutely start feeling the difference in your body because we have so much going on. We have so much goodness happening in this blender. So the only thing left to do is to blend, right? So, oh, I almost forgot one more thing. Banana. I knew there was something I was forgetting. So we need to add 1 banana to our smoothie as well. And the banana is just going to add creaminess. It's going to add another serving of fruit. It's going to be wonderful. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 servings of fruit in here. We have 2 servings of vegetables, and then we have, protein, fiber, in there. So 3 vegetables, 3, 4, 5. We're getting at least 5 servings of fruit in here, if not maybe a little bit more, based on the measurements. So what else could you what else could you want right now? This is a meal. The only thing left to do is blend. So I'll be right back and blend this up for you, and then we'll do a taste test, okay? All right, guys, we are back, and our smoothie is all blended up nicely. And look at that. Look at that color. The color is, it's giving green vibrance. I wish you could see. I wish you were here so you could really see. I don't think the camera does it justice, but look at that. It's nice and smooth, delectable and delicious. Look at that. Green vibrance, brought to you by nature and me. But yes, so this is our green vibrance, and I'm going to go ahead and taste it for you now. That is delicious. So, so good. Mm, it's light, it's creamy, it's light, it's very lightly sweetened. Even though I used those 3 big medjool dates and a little bit of that maple syrup, it's still not overpoweringly sweet. I taste a hint of that cinnamon. I taste a little bit of mostly the vanilla is coming through. You taste a little bit of fruitiness from the pineapple, but it's just a really pleasant smoothie. It's so wonderful. And as far as storage, let's talk about that. With storage, it's very simple. You just get a receptacle that you want to, that you're able to put the smoothie in that will be airtight. So something like a mason jar like this, you go ahead and you pour your, of course, this is not going to fit all of this smoothie, but you know, you get, maybe I have a few of these. This is what I use. You know, I'll drink maybe half of this, and then the other half, you know, I'll probably need like one more jar to fit the rest of that. But you just, if you know you're not gonna finish this smoothie today, just put it in your mason jars and stick it in the fridge, and it should be good for you tomorrow. I wouldn't keep a smoothie longer than about 2 or 3 days, just because over time the nutrients will start to break down and oxidize. Um, of course, it won't be completely devoid of nutrients, and the flavor will change. The thickness of the smoothie will change because as it sits, the fibers, and especially the fibers, will begin to absorb the liquids in the smoothie, and it'll just get thicker over time too. So keep that in mind. If that happens while it's sitting in the jar, you can just kind of drink a little bit off, pour some water in there, shake it up, and you should be able to get it back to a more fluid state. So yes, that's pretty much it when it comes to storage. But yeah, that's it, guys, for this smoothie. I hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you try it and let me know what you think. And I hope that this helps you incorporate more kale into your diet, and as well as all these other ingredients that are really good for you as well. And I hope that it makes you and your body feel amazing after adding it in. Okay. All right. So until the next video, I will see you later, and stay healthy, my friends.